All right, everybody, welcome Doug McKay on Friday the 13th, 2012, antiwallstreetguy.com. Chart of the S&P, daily chart, S&P 500 cash. Decent day. Finished very close to the highs for the day, within actually less than a point of the highs of the day. Basically at 1357. We have the overall trend for the record as cautiously bullish. We've had 6 days down in a row. Today could have been some short covering. Also could have been a combination of that and also the bad news out of China, possibly more QE coming down the road. A chart is a chart is a chart, so we're going to let the charts dictate our course. A close above 1360, 1362, which would put us above this area of resistance here, would increase the odds that we're going higher, possibly even to challenge the 2012 highs. If we do not get through this area here, around 1360, 1362, and we fall short of that and take out yesterday's lows, then to me that looks like a bearish head and shoulders pattern. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, take out the neckline around 1320, and then we're looking somewhere between 1300 and 1296. But we do have the overall trend at this time as cautiously bullish. We will add, if we get above that 1360, 1362 level, we would subtract the longs if we were to take out the lows of today and certainly the lows of yesterday, the 12th. All right, so that's that for equities. We can take a look now over at treasuries, which actually held up very well today, or at least the ETFs tied to treasuries. This is a position we have in the managed accounts. We did absolutely nothing this week in the accounts in terms of adding or subtracting either bonds, commodities, or stocks on the managed side. But this held up well today. I think this was down in 0.8%, the IEF, which again, that says a lot for treasuries in a day where the Dow was up over 200 points. We can also take a look at PFF. This is a still chart we had up earlier in the week. Decent looking here. 3920 was something we were looking to close above. Closed right at it today. Intraday we were above it. This could be a long drawn out inverted cup and handle or head and shoulders. But again, this is a decent looking chart on decent volume. The volume in equities today was light. So we'll see what happens next week as earnings continue to roll in. And let's take a look at a couple other charts. Let's take a look at the tip. And again, nice looking chart. Chart is a chart is a chart, as we say. But this is a nice looking chart. We get over through some of this supply here that looks very favorable to continue to break out on TIP. Even something as simple as utilities, which should have done not so well today, or as well, did very well. We're making a series of higher lows and higher highs, and we're coming out of a cup and handle. So I like this. We're going to take a good look at this Monday for the managed accounts, and we did it today on volume when the major indices did not really move much on volume. Let's take a look at the Muni Bond ETF, one of them, MUB. Again, this is holding up. Chart looks good. This may be something that you could add with a stop pretty tight around 109.50, maybe a buck back. And then if we were to get through 11.20, this area here, you could add to it. But it looks like that might be challenged at 111.20. And let's see. XLU. Could take a look at the dollar. Dollar actually, the overall trend on the buck is still up. Again, this might hurt earnings as well with the strength of the dollar over the last several months. But this is still a decent looking chart. A little bit of concern would be all the gappiness in here. If we were going counter to equities, we'd probably just want to stick with some type of treasury. Let's take a look at the Dow. All these charts look very similar. Again, this is something where we've been in this channel. We've had some head fakes below it, above it. This could also be building out as a bearish head and shoulders pattern until we get above 12.9. even more specifically 12.825. We want to be cautious here. If we take out the lows of yesterday, intraday of 12.5, to me that changes the trend. It increases the odds that the Dow is going lower somewhere to test around 12,000, 12,001. All right, you guys, pretty short video. Finish up with the S&P 500. For the record, on the 13th of July 2012, we have the overall trend in equities as long. Decent day. We'll see if we get some follow through. Kind of want to get above this area of supply here before we get aggressive above that 1360, 1362. Keeping an eye on this line here, which was the low put in today, and most certainly we want to keep an eye on just above 1320. All right, you guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks.